half of your stress is coming from not tracking your work. Happy Monday, everyone. My name is Britt Johnson. I help new and growing PB analysts understand Epic without the overwhelm. This is the Professional Billing channel. I have a couple videos now on this topic, and I cannot stress it enough. Obviously, making another video on it again about tracking your work and how essential it is to you as a professional billing analyst or just an Epic analyst in general. You guys, for so long, I was treading water. I was getting by, I was not getting better, and I did not track my work. I would do like sporadic tracking. That was not helping me. If you are on the struggle bus as an Epic analyst and you are not tracking your work, that is going to be the biggest piece in improving your skill in the Epic world. When I say track everything, I mean track everything. I've got an Excel spreadsheet, a OneNote, and a physical notebook that I keep notes in. Yeah, that seems like overkill, but for me, that's my process. That's how I work. I write everything down in multiple ways, and it just really helps me keep everything in line, and it keeps me sane. Because of this, I have gotten more confident at work, more confident in meetings, more confident in my work, more confident in meetings. I'm more sane. I'm more happy to log on in the morning because I have an action plan. I plan out my days. I write down an agenda. I check it off as I go. I work by, email check. I do that. And then I start getting into tickets, and every ticket that I open, new and existing ones that I'm working, I will take notes on in my notebook and in my OneNote, and then I use my Excel tracker to do like still in progress, completed, what were my content management package numbers. So if for whatever reason I have to go back and say, oh yeah, ticket blah 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 was moved on this date, and here are the package numbers, so then I can go in and find them in content management. You could probably use your content management alone to track your work, but I personally don't like to do that. I've gotten overkill in the tracking department, because I wasn't doing it for so long. Now I'm really gonna make sure I'm like staying in line with everything and on my game. So if you are not tracking your work, or you're like me and you are doing sporadic tracking, you're really hurting yourself. You are really hurting yourself. Like I said, for a long time, I was getting by, not getting better. I was treading water. I was just surviving as an analyst, and I hated that feeling. And I started to hate that feeling so much that I decided to turn my habits around and really become an analyst that I could be proud of, because I worked damn hard to get this certification. And if you know, those certifications, those projects, they're not easy. They're time consuming. They're stressful. And challenging. And, I worked so hard to get that certification, and then here I was for so many years just winging it and getting by, really crappy feeling. So I decided to turn things around. I track and document every single thing now. I even go as far as like, I'll create in my OneNote, I'll do like ticket, blah, 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 short description. What are the goals for this? How long is it going to take? Is it high priority? Is it a quick win? What is the complexity of it? Can I get this done in a day? Can I get this done in a week? And then I'll even do like investigation steps, and I'll literally write down how I'm investigating as I'm investigating. I know that might sound crazy, but it's really helped me stay on track, and I'm just happier to log on in the morning. Like, I get excited because my day's planned out. I have an action plan. I know what to look forward to. I know what's coming. I know what to expect. There's very little surprises anymore. Sure, you're going to get, randomly thrown on meetings here and there. That happens. That's, part of the job. But for the most part, I'm super prepared. And one of the biggest things I've noticed is my confidence and anxiety level in meetings. My anxiety level has gone down. My confidence has gone up. For a long time, I still hate being in meetings when I have to speak or facilitate, because public speaking kind of freaks me out. And you're dealing with presidents, like the VPs, directors, higher up leadership. It just gets really nerve-wracking. But if you document and you track every single thing you do and you stay on top of your work, you're going to find yourself being way more confident in meetings and finding it so much easier to speak to whatever it is you need to speak to, or even help out other analysts from other applications. Because we're not always taught the whole flow of Epic, and that's another thing I talk about too in my channel. So you can go back and learn about the flow, but we're usually just siloed. Here's your application, this is what you're responsible for, and it's very narrow, it's very siloed. So just documenting everything, doing those conversations with other analysts, you're going to start learning how other applications in the system works and how everything ties in together. And it just really builds your skill as an analyst. Yes, just documenting and tracking your work builds your skill as an analyst. Like I said, your anxiety level will go down and your confidence will go up. If you are not tracking your work and documenting everything you do, you are hurting yourself. I don't care how much you think you are a genius and you're whatever, track your work, because there may be a time when a client comes back to you 3 months later with, this is broken in the system. I don't know why this is happening. It wasn't like this 3 months ago. And you can go back and be like, oh, well, 3 months ago, you told me to make this change. Here is our literal conversation that we had. And here's you saying, yes, this is approved, move it into production. I have had that happen to me where a client says, oh, so this is broken. This work huge is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It wasn't like this 2 months ago. And I had to go back and be like, well, because you told me 2 months ago to change it. And here's a screenshot of you saying, yes, go ahead and do this. And they say, oh, okay, you're right. Never mind. You can close this ticket. Boom. You got a ticket out of your queue and your numbers decrease. So document and track everything. The majority of your stress from your work is probably because you are not tracking correctly or enough. So if I had any advice, if I had to give number one advice to you for being an Epic analyst and how to control your environment, it's document and track everything you do. You don't have to go as crazy as I am, where I have a notebook, a OneNote, and an Excel sheet, sometimes Word documents. Just as long as you're tracking it. Every single ticket that you get, write it down, write the description down, who it's coming from, the urgency, how much time you think it's going to take. Should it really be a project? Like, is it some crazy complex ask they're doing? Do other parties, other applications need to be involved? Track everything. Even write down your investigation steps. And from this tracking, you can create tip sheets or how-tos or even like epic paths to do certain things. It's really going to help you. And then you can share those with your teammates if they don't know how to do something, or incoming analysts, contractors, whatever. You've got those tip sheets. Hey, this is how we do it at this organization. Here are the steps to take. I wrote out this little tip sheet. Use this as a guide. So document and track everything. It is a lifesaver. I promise. I'm living proof. I was getting by, not getting better for so many years, and here I am. I've turned it around. My confidence has shot up through the roof. I love logging on in the morning. I don't feel overwhelmed. I know what to expect because I've got an action plan, and my days are laid out. So I hope you found value in this. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications for more videos. I have so much more coming for you guys. And don't forget to BOLO for my professional billing playbook that's being released soon. I'll be doing a video on that when the release date happens. Super excited. I've put a lot of effort into this, and it's just going to really increase your skill as an analyst. So if you are like me and on the struggle bus for many years, you are going to want this playbook. It's going to totally change the way you work. All right, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to y'all later.